Have you ever been going about your day when out of nowhere you start sneezing or feel a scratch in your throat? The first question that comes to mind, is it a cold or the flu? Both are very common illnesses, but they have important differences. Understanding these can help you prevent and treat them effectively. Today, we'll dive deeper into these two conditions, so stay with us. What is a cold? The common cold is one of the most frequent viral infections worldwide. It's usually mild and resolves quickly on its own. What causes it? Viruses like rhinoviruses are the main culprits, infecting the upper respiratory tract. Key symptoms of a cold include mild sore throat, runny or stuffy nose, frequent sneezing, sometimes mild coughing and low-grade fever. Cold symptoms usually start gradually and resolve within a few days without serious complications. What is the flu? The flu, or influenza, is a more serious viral illness caused by influenza viruses. Unlike the common cold, it can affect your entire body and cause more severe symptoms. Main symptoms of the flu include high fever, chills and heavy sweating, body aches and severe fatigue, persistent headaches, sore throat, and dry cough. The flu tends to hit suddenly and may leave you bedridden for several days to weeks. In some cases, it can lead to serious complications like pneumonia or sinus infections, especially in older adults, young children, or people with weakened immune systems. Key differences between cold and flu. You might still wonder how to tell the difference between a cold and the flu. Let's break it down. Onset of symptoms. A cold typically starts gradually. For example, you might feel a slight scratchiness in your throat one day, followed by a runny nose the next. In contrast, the flu strikes suddenly and severely. One moment you feel fine, and the next, you're battling a high fever and aches. Fever. With a cold, fever is rare or very mild if it occurs. On the other hand, the flu usually comes with a high and sudden fever, often over 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit. Body aches. Body aches are uncommon or mild in colds. However, with the flu, they're intense and widespread, making even simple movements difficult. Fatigue. Colds cause mild fatigue, so you can usually carry on with your day. The flu, however, brings extreme fatigue that can leave you drained for several days. Duration. A cold typically lasts 5 to 7 days, with symptoms improving gradually. The flu can last up to 2 weeks or more, with lingering weakness even after the main symptoms subside. Knowing these differences can help you identify what you're dealing with and take appropriate steps for recovery. Prevention tips. So, how can you prevent these illnesses? Here are some simple yet effective tips. Wash your hands regularly. Most viruses spread through hand-to-mouth or hand-to-nose contact. Washing your hands frequently with soap can prevent infection. Use masks. During cold seasons or in crowded places, wearing a mask can reduce your chances of catching or spreading a virus. Boost your immune system. Get enough sleep, eat a balanced diet, and include plenty of fruits and vegetables to keep your immune system strong. Get the flu vaccine. An annual flu shot is highly recommended, especially if you're in a high-risk group. Avoid close contact with sick people. If someone around you is showing symptoms, try to maintain distance to protect yourself. Treating colds and flu. If you catch a cold, rest as much as possible. Stay hydrated with warm liquids like soup or tea. Use steam or saline solutions to relieve nasal congestion. For the flu, if your symptoms are severe, visit a doctor promptly. They might prescribe antiviral medications to reduce the duration and severity of the illness. Now that you know the differences between colds and the flu, always take care of your health and the well-being of those around you. Have you experienced either of these illnesses? Or do you have any unique remedies that work for you? Share them with us in the comments below.